Hi, this is Jim Lyon, the host of the All That to Say podcast. Before you dive in today, be sure and subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you can catch all of our fearless conversations.
I'll tell you, when we first started airing that film, a lot of people, especially in the Jewish community, came in wanting to hate it. And, how dare she? How dare she? But it turns out that Eva of the headline, that's why I started with that, survivor who forgave the Nazis. There's a much more deeper Eva than that. The backstory, what she went through to get to a place where forgiveness was her way out. And I'll tell you, we took her story around the state and around the country, played in 96% of the United States, all the biggest markets. But during the education part of it, when we would tour Indiana schools, and I'll never forget it, and this happened more than once, but this one particular occasion, Southern Indiana, sixth graders, I think, a little boy stays after class. After I give my presentation, I do this at classrooms all over the place. I show some of the film, I talk about Eva. And afterward, you could tell he was troubled. It actually looked like he was kind of traumatized. And I found out later from his teacher that he had been. And I said, Mr. Green, he said, Eva's forgiveness, do you think it might work for me? And what do you say? I'm no psychologist. I said, I'll be honest with you. I don't know if it will, and I don't know if it won't. But I can tell you it 100% turned her life around. And he looked at me for a second, smiled a little, and walked away. Now, I don't know what happened after that, but I'd like to think that Eva gave that young boy some hope. That's what I'm hoping. Maybe that's what my contribution can be in life, is to present these, to sort of chronicle for posterity some of these great figures who do just that, who give people hope, an attainable hope. Right? You don't need to be rich. You don't need to be able to memorize the Constitution. But you can do certain things. You can act in certain ways that will make the world around you better. Maybe it's trite. Okay. Well, you know what? I think it's also true. And I think that I have been so blessed beyond measure that these people, they've trusted me to tell their stories, knowing I wasn't going to pull any punches. With Carl, we show some tough stuff. With Eva, we showed some tough stuff. You have to show that to show what they've been able to work through, because all of us face.
It can't be legit unless the story is fully developed.
All of us face tremendous setbacks, but they can be overcome in a beautiful way. And I think that's what Eva proved, and I think that's what Carl and Betty proved.